All right, well, today's Money in the Bank day. And as you can see, I am wearing one of the old t shirts from Mustafa Ali, who was this close to winning in 2019. And now, so question is today, who's going to win? And who you think is going to win is different than who you want to win, right? Because I see a lot of people with like some real sentimental favorites who are saying this person should win, they should win, blah, 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 do the right thing, Vince, da, 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 da. And I'm here to tell you that doing the right thing may not necessarily mean your personal rooting interest wins. So now, look, root for whoever you want. Doesn't matter. It's fine, right? That's part of being a fan of whether it's sports or wrestling or TV shows, whatever, right? You have your favorite characters, your favorite people, whatever, and you root for them to succeed, you root for them to do well, all of that. And when they fail or they lose, it hurts. You feel disappointed and all of that stuff, right? That's how it's supposed to be. That's being a fan. Nothing wrong with that. Now, that being said, and I'm going to get serious here with you now. That being said, just because your favorite person didn't win does not mean that the people writing the story made the wrong choice. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm making predictions based on who I think would be the right choices in terms of where we are character wise and story wise with people. All right, that's what I want to make my predictions based on, not on who I would really like to see win the match and holding the briefcase at the end. Because when you make the wrong choice there, or when you make a choice, if they choose to just give it to the sentimental favorite of the moment, then that can put you in a real bind as far as what you do after that. And we saw that last year with Otis, right? It was really fun and it's really cool when Otis won the match and had the briefcase. And then immediately after the show was over, you're wondering, okay, what are they going to do with this? What can they do with this? Because last year, there was no scenario in which Otis was going to cash in on Braun Strowman, who was Universal Champion at the time. No scenario in which he would have done that and actually won the title. Then once Roman got back and won the Universal title, it was there was zero. It was less than zero, negative chance, right? So you don't want that here if you're writing the show or booking the territory or whatever you want to call it, right? So that immediately means that on the men's side, somebody like Ricochet is not happening, okay? And out of the other people on the men's side, there's John Morrison, there's Riddle, Drew McIntyre, and then there's Big E, Seth Rollins, KO, and I forgot Nakamura. Okay, so Ricochet's not happening. John Morrison, I would be really cool with John Morrison winning because I think he's done the past few weeks, particularly, he's done a really great job, and I think it would be fun to see him with the briefcase, him and Miz, not doing all their routine. But John Morrison cashing in the briefcase and winning the championship is just not something I see happening. So he's out. McIntyre, I know a lot of you guys are afraid of him winning the briefcase. He's got the feud with Jinder Mahal going. Jinder and the boys are taking him out tonight, so that's not going to happen. All right, Nakamura, I don't see it. I mean, he again, the whole cashing in the briefcase on Roman Reigns and winning is just not plausible in any situation. For him, not happening. So that leaves us with Riddle, Seth Rollins, KO, and Big E. So out of the four, Um, I know there are a lot of people who think it's going to be Riddle. I don't think so. Because again, this is where he is right now. He's still doing the team with Randy. And I mean, if he were to win the briefcase, I mean, he's not going to win the championship. So the only point in him winning the briefcase would be for Randy to screw him out of winning. And do we really want to do all that? I don't think so. Uh, Seth Rollins, look, I think again, Seth Rollins with the briefcase in his current persona would be just great stuff for television. I think they've laid it on a bit too thick the past few weeks with kind of setting him up as a possible winner. So I don't think that's going to happen. Also, the way things are going with him and Edge, there's a good chance that he screws Edge out of the Universal title tonight. And maybe Edge gets him back later, if depending on when the match is happening in the show. So that leaves us with Big E and KO. Either one of them is, I think, believable. KO has, still wants one. He wants another shot at Roman. He can't get one right now because of the way things have played out for him. And then there's Big E, and with Big E, there's like double possibilities here. Like Big E coming after Roman, they're like kind of planting seeds, it seems. So Big E using it just to cash in on Roman in the honorable way is definitely a possibility. And given that Bobby Lashley is probably going to kill Kofi Kingston today, him wanting to go after Bobby Lashley is also a possibility. So, in terms of what you can do afterwards, I would go with Big E. And he's also a sentimental favorite, I think, of a lot of people. So, I think he's going to do it. I think it's going to be him. And it makes sense. There's a logical pathway afterwards. There are logical pathways afterward with him. So that's what I'm going with for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Now on the women's side, okay, I see a lot of people wanting Liv Morgan to win the match and win the briefcase. And I don't see that happening. Because it's the same. I said this on Twitter. I'll say it here. The same problem we had with Otis last year. Her climbing the ladder, pulling down the briefcase, and winning the match will be awesome, right? And it'll get everybody excited. Yay! This is a great moment, etc., etc. What do you do afterwards? Okay, she's not cashing in on Bianca unless you wanted to cash in and take a L. Okay, but I don't see that. And I don't see her, crossing over and cashing in on whoever the Raw Women's Champion would be. It's just things are not in place for her character wise or story wise to become either one of the women's championship right now. Right? I mean, let's say she did cash in on the Raw Women's Champion and win. She wouldn't be keeping it that long. All right. I mean, there are at least 3 people there to take it from her, and one of whom would take it from her afterwards, be it Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, or more than likely Becky Lynch. Okay, I just it doesn't make sense, right? It would be great in the moment. There's nothing logical. There's no logical pathway for her after winning, and then which means we got Otis again, which means somebody else to take the briefcase off of her later, which would suck. So I'd say no. Natty and Tamina got no chance. Okay. Zelina Vega, I'd say no chance. All right, so now that leaves us with 4 people: Asuka, Naomi, Alexa, and Nikki Cross, or Nikki Ash, almost a superhero. So out of those 4, Asuka won last year, not going to win again. I would love for Naomi to win. But given how she's been, given what we've seen, as far as wins and losses with her, I don't see it. It'd be nice. I'll be rooting for her, but I don't see it. Nikki got the same problem as with Liv Morgan, right? It would be really awesome in the moment. It would be really happy, yay. And then what do you do? Right? Because at this point in time, again, her cashing in successfully, I don't see it. And then what? Right? I mean, so that leaves us with Alexa Bliss. And I know a whole lot of y'all not going to be happy with that. But she's won it before. She's cashed in successfully before. Um, it would, she's been women's champion a bunch of times already. So there's, the plausibility test has already been passed. And her winning the title and then losing to Becky is something that is doable storyline wise. Remember, she beat Becky for the SmackDown Women's Championship. There's some history there. All right, that's definitely, or her getting the briefcase and cashing in on Becky is plausible also because they got history, right? So if I had to pick somebody to win the women's Money in the Bank match, that is my prediction. So I'm going with Big E and Alexa Bliss, and we'll see what happens. But that's what I'm going with. So everybody have fun watching tonight, and stay away from the idiots on Twitter because they suck. All right, talk to you later.